Hello, good morning, and welcome to another live. Hi, my name's Afsana, and I'm from UK Bright Education. Today, I'm going to show you a really good subject to promote. So let me just share with you. Let's see, go live. But it won't let me go live on YouTube, but that's fine. Okay. Right. So welcome. My name's Afsana, and I'm from UK Bright Education. And today, I'm going to talk to you about a very exciting location for you to study, and that's Lincoln Bishop University. As you can see, we are a direct partner for Lincoln Bishop University through Oxford International Education Group, and we're here to help you with an admission. Now, admission is for two subjects. So one is a Master's in Education in TESOL for teachers of English whose second language. Okay, and the other one is in business. So we'll talk more about those later on. Now here I actually went to see Lincoln Bishop last week, and that's why it was very cold. But just to give you an idea more about myself, because some of you know about me, some of you don't, so I'm just going to go through it with you. Basically, if you know from LinkedIn, for example, I am a qualified teacher. Yes, as you can see on the left-hand side, I've actually got my lanyard from my previous job. So as you can see, it says teacher at the bottom with my face on it. So yes, I am a qualified teacher since 2003. So since 2003, I've been helping international students, whether it's teaching or through helping them with an admission process. So that's what it is. And on the right-hand side, I moved from teaching and I moved to student recruitment. So now I actually help students from all around the world to get to UK university, whether it's for a bachelor's or for a master's or a research degree. In terms of my qualifications, I do have 3 qualifications. So one of them is the bachelor's, all of them from the UK. So just to reiterate, we are UK-based. My BSc is from Montfort University. My MSc is from Leicester University. I am a qualified teacher, so that's what the PGCE stands for. So I'll talk more about teaching later on. And from that, I've got the professional qualification QTLS, which is Qualified Teacher Status for Learning, for Teaching and Learning status. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, so basically Lincoln Bishop University, there's a lot of stars and a lot of things going on here. Basically what it is, my friends, is that they are award-winning for many things. The quality of their teaching quality is very good, student satisfaction is very good, and they even won an award for teaching excellence. Very important. You are spending a lot of money with regards to where you're studying, and we really like to place you in universities where you are getting the best possible teaching experience. And Lincoln Bishop are very proud of that fact. Okay. Now, in terms of location, in case you don't know where it is, I'm actually going to make this PowerPoint a bit bigger so you can see. So it is not exactly in the middle of the country, but it is in the East Midlands. So I'm from Leicester, I'm from the East Midlands as well. So it is in the middle of the country, Lincoln, but it's next door to places like Nottingham, Sheffield. Okay. In terms of airports, you can catch a plane, let's say from Nottingham, East Midlands, where it'll only be a 1-hour journey. But if you go by train, it's about an hour and things like that. If you want a copy of this PowerPoint, let me know. I'll be more than happy to share it with you. My details is at the bottom, and I've got the QR code. Just get in touch and we'll be more than happy to help. Okay, so that's that. So let's move on to the next bit. Okay, so why should you study at Lincoln? And because I visited them last week, I'm very happy to say that they are a student city. Why is that a good thing for you? Basically, they're made up, I believe they've got 2 universities within the city, one of them being Lincoln Bishop University. So it makes the living cost much more affordable in comparison to, let's say, London. Okay, so if budget is an issue, if you want to study somewhere where the living cost is slightly lower, let's say in comparison to London, Lincoln is a very good city that I would recommend. And also another thing which I've talked to international students as well, it's a very safe city. I spoke to one Nigerian student actually, and I just asked him that, look, you do part-time work in care work. Do you feel comfortable walking at night time in Lincoln City Centre? Because honestly, my shifts are quite odd shifts. Sometimes it's 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes very early. I feel very comfortable walking in town at that time of night. So it's a very safe city. Okay, just to reassure you. Now, with regards to the campus itself, everything is within the campus. It's a campus-based university, so everything is within walking distance. And the grey buildings, as you can see, are all the student accommodation. So if you want to stay in a student accommodation, you just need to flop out of bed and you're basically on campus. Okay, now that's that. Talking of accommodation, I need to say this, that basically, oh, it doesn't show up. Right, so just want to say that for students joining in January, your accommodation can be free for 3 months, the first 3 months. Okay, Lincoln Bishop are offering this and is applying to all international students for the January intake. So if that is for you, let us know, because that, you know, if I was offered 3 months accommodation free at the beginning of my master's, that would be a really big headache off my shoulders and of my head. So I can use that money towards other things. Okay. I've had one student who I met a student who actually stayed in student accommodation, and he says it's really nice. And I've got some more pictures about it. So that's one good thing which I wanted to bring to your attention. But anyway, the courses which is available for January, there's 2 courses. One is MA in Education TESOL, and the other one is International Business. So if these are the courses that you'd like to do, DM us right now. You've got the QR code, just scan there so that we can start the process very quickly. The reason being, let me just share with you why that is the case, is that the CAS Issuance Deadline is 16th of December. Okay, so it's in a couple of weeks. So if you're financially ready, academically ready, and mentally, if you're ready to come to study in the UK and you want to have 3 months accommodation for free, then the CAS deadline is 16th of December. Offer letters, my friends, is within 48 hours. Terms and conditions apply. But the point is that it could be quicker. The reason being is that we work with Oxford International Education Group, and they've made the process very smooth and very quick. So if this is for you, do let us know. Right, okay, so let me just go back to the accommodation very quickly. So I've talked about the courses. We'll talk about other things in a minute. Accommodation, like I said, it's 3 months free. You know, as you can see, we've got some very happy students there in their halls. So this one's called Wickham Hall. This is called a student village. It's brand new build. I've been inside, very nice. So after 3 months, if you want to pay a bit more, you can stay in this kind of accommodation. Their accommodation is award-winning, and they even have a laundry on the ground floor. So you don't even need to go to town to get your clothes washed. You can actually go to the laundrette with a washing machine and a dryer, and you can actually put money in and do your washing and drying within the building and bring it back to your room. So it's really nice. I've talked to you about the CAS deadline. Let's see if that works. I'm going to share this with you. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but the cost after the 3 months, if you'd like to have a good idea about it, let me just quickly go through it with you so you know. So it depends what you'd like to do. So some are as low as £123 a week, 154. It depends. You've got high end and low end. So you've got luxury, ensuite, then you've got shared. They are, if you want single gender accommodation, you can do. But the point is that that's the pricing. If you want to go to private accommodation, let me know, or you can let the university know, and we can talk about pricing for that, which is pretty reasonable. You may need to walk a bit more. The campus is a bit uphill, so you know, private accommodation is around the campus, but it's outside the university area. But you can get reasonable accommodation as well. Right, admissions process. So let me go through this with you very quickly. Basically, let's say, for example, there are for all the countries of, I'm going to talk about specifically for Nigeria and West Africa, you'll need a 2-2 degree, a bachelor's degree in order to get an admission. Let me just quickly just share that with you. It doesn't come up at the bottom. That's not good. Yeah, so you need a 2-2 degree, 2-2 or higher in a bachelor's degree for admission. With regards to WIAC, what I would like to say about English language, very important, is that Lincoln Bishop, they do have a requirement that if you have C6 or above in WIAC, WASI, SSCE or NECO, it has to be within 10 years. Okay, and these are the countries, so it's Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Gambia. So if it's in those countries, if your WIAC is within 10 years, then you'll be able to get an admission. Okay, there is a credibility interview. Don't panic. What it is that that's actually part of our service. We will prepare you for the credibility interview. It is required for West African students. Just thought I'd let you know, our consultation is totally free. So for taught master admissions, we don't charge for our consultation. So that's why it's very important to contact us. Again, just use the QR code, scan that, upload documents, and then we'll book a call and we'll take it from there. Because the CAS deadline is 16th of December. Okay, right, about deposits and fees. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger so you can see. So, so the fee is actually £16,000. They do have a scholarship of up to £3,000. So your net fee can be 13,000. But let me just reiterate this. 2,000 is automatic. So from 16, it can be £14,000. But if you pay the fee in full before you arrive, you get the additional £1,000. So I'm going to repeat that again. Your fee could be £14,000 or could be £13,000. Okay, it'll be 13 if you pay the whole fee before you enroll. But if you don't, it'll be £14,000. So automatically you get £2,000 off. Initial deposit is £3,000. And then you've got to pay the remaining fee, which is 50% of your tuition by enrollment. And the remaining fee you pay in 2 installments. Okay, so you pay that in term 1 and term 2. If you want, if I'm going too quickly for you, I'm more than happy to explain it to you more in depth during a consultation call. All you need to is just to DM me, so we can get going. Okay, so that's that. Right, so the reasons for studying at Lincoln Bishop. First of all, the courses are great. So if you're a qualified teacher or you aspire to be a teacher and you want to come to the UK and do a master's in education in TESOL, then Lincoln Bishop, they've got an intake in January. Also, they've got international business. You only need a 2-2 degree to get an admission. Accommodation is free for the first 3 months. It is the truth. I've seen the buildings. It is the truth. So that will be something which would be really, really good for you. Their teaching and their accommodation both are award-winning. Okay, so if you really want to be looked after very, very well while you're learning, this is the place for you if you need that helping hand. Okay, one thing which I do need to add is about study gaps. For study gaps, basically they'll accept a study gap of up to 9 years for West Africa. Okay, so be prepared for that. Anything else? Right, I've talked a lot and I'm going to stop sharing. But what I will do is I'm going to very quickly share with you my screen. Let me see if I can do that. Because I really would like to show you what kind of careers you can do after your qualification. So let me just do that for you. Let me see. Here we go. So I hope you can see this. Let me see if you can see me. Yeah, you can. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go back. Okay. So what it is, my friends, is this. The whole point of doing a master's is that not only because you like studying that course, is obviously you want to know if you can get work or a job secured after your graduation. So what I've done is I've actually created a PDF just for you, just for this webinar. If you want a copy of this PDF, please just DM me, WhatsApp me, whichever way. You can see everything on the screen. I'm happy to share this with you. We made this especially for you if you're interested in Lincoln Bishop. So let me just give you an idea. Let me just go through this with you. So MSc in International Business. Okay, so you can do, it will prepare you the kind of modules that we've gone through the modules, and these are the kind of things that the degree will prepare you for. One of them is leading in a global business environment. I don't know if you know, in the UK employers value experience. So if you're already a leader or head of department already, when you bring that with you, as well as this master's, it should lead you to, to look for better opportunities. Okay, developing strategies for international market expansion. So maybe if you're an entrepreneur or you're a businessman or businesswoman, this could be this will lead you to market expansion of your product or your service. You will be learning about cross-cultural business challenges. Because the title is International Business, you'll be able to learn how previous businesses. You'll get case studies where you learn more about how international businesses, what challenges they face, so that you'll know what to do. Also, as you can tell, my friends, because of the economy, because of policy. We have lots of external stakeholders which actually affects our businesses. So you'll learn based on the masters, you'll be able to learn to adapt to global business landscapes. Does that make sense? If you're in business, you'll understand. But if you're not, then this could be something where it'll introduce you to those issues. Then you'll know how to plan. TESOL, who is it for? So the MA in education, who is it for? If you're aspiring to be a teacher, you're an experienced teacher or an education manager, this course is for you. It's basically teachers who want to support learners who want to learn English. It could be in primary setting, it could be in a secondary setting, it could even be in a post-16 setting. Okay, for example, when I talk about post-16 in the UK, after secondary school and after college, we have college, which is sixth form college, and we also have further education colleges. So if you want to teach in that kind of sector, this master's is for you. For example, if you want to go back home after graduation, you can use this qualification and to actually develop your own practices. So we will be learning about pedagogy, about teaching and learning and assessment. So this course is for you if you really want to improve your teaching practice. So it is a form of CPD. If you want to work in an international school setting, this course is for you, especially when you have students who are multilingual, who are very diverse, who have different languages, and you want to teach them English. This would be a good master's to train you to those kind of classrooms. Okay. Also, if another module is to do with education policy for social inclusion and diversity. So if you want to learn about that, and if you want to go to policy making, or maybe you want to research in PhD and you're interested in policy, this master is for you. So I really hope that helps in terms of what you can do with the masters. Like I said, the CAS Issuance Deadline is 16th of December. So if you'd like more information, all you need to do is scan the QR code to start the process, or at the bottom, we've got our WhatsApp number and our email address. So we're more than happy to help you. We haven't got time, but we're here just for this webinar to highlight these two wonderful courses. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know what you think. Until the next video, my friends, look after yourself. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.